Hello, dear viewer at home. Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Star for Today podcast. Today, we'll be talking about sociocultural trends in our society and how we handle them as a believer. I'm your host for today, Emanuela Onyema, and with me on set is
Scientist Obasile Defesinachi
and
Miss Obasha Meridian Dabirichi.
welcome to the Star for Today podcast. Hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Okay, so about these trends. Sociocultural trends are those behaviors and values that are very popular and common among the society at a given time. Like we're talking about those things that we do, those things that people do that are everywhere. Like wherever you go, you see people doing it. And these trends tend to have an impact on our lives and the way we react in society. So today we are going to look at the different types of trends we have. Like we have social trends, we have cultural trends, we have economic trends, environmental trends, and technological trends. So we are going to be talking about a little out of all of them, but our more focus will be on the technological trends because we live in a digital world, right? And we are all dealing with technology. So let's get down to it. What can you tell us about these trends? What are the common trends we have in our society today?
Well, in our society today, we have so many things that trend. And things that trend, according to me, are what you choose to trend for you. For instance, language is the trend. When I say language, I mean, I have a mentor who will always say, Ogun won't kill you. In his mind, of course, this is what people normally say. But in the actual sense, what I think, Ogun is a god. And he or she now saying, making such utterances, you will be like, I'm just joking. But I know there's a part in the Bible that says that there's power in the tongue. So what if Ogun now come find and kill the person?
You are calling out your mentor.
Actually, I'm calling out my mentor, but and I hope that my mentor will see this. I hope that Ogun will not kill us. And secondly, other trend like our host here said about technological trends. These days, what people seem to be trending for them, for instance, on social media, because not that these things have not been happening all this while, but with the help of social media and technology, it's being brought to our faces.
Okay.
Like there's this thing that was trending recently on TikTok. We listen to what we do not
Judge.
That is the problem.
I will judge you.
We listen, but we do not
Yeah,
judge.
one thing I know. Social media never forgets. You listen, but we not judge. You don't judge there. But finish, come out.
You will definitely get to where they will judge you.
Definitely.
True.
Finish and don't be done with what you're doing. And come and then the judgment is waiting for you. So and again, what another thing about all this trend of everything is oh God, how can I forget this? Dressing. These days, I think dressing naked is a trend though. I don't know for you. But I think specifically, not all, but for some ladies and men though, not all any ladies. But I think for some people, the youth of nowadays, I think dressing naked is part of their trend. And these days, you see some people complaining, I was on my own. And he came and attacked me, he came and touched me. Even someone would say, I was on my own, and he was trying to rape me or he raped me. I'm not justifying the fact about rape. From today to tomorrow, rape is a bad thing. But you as a lady, wearing what you think is trending. In other words, how can you as a lady, you are going in a public place or a place that is not safe according to you, and you're walking around without bra, they shine nipple up and down, they point for person eye. What do you expect? I think I'm gonna stay with ladies.
There is no way.
I'll say, okay.
You say because someone is wearing bra. And as a man, you should learn to control
Leave that in.
You cannot say because someone is exposing her body, then you have the right to rape the person. I know you said you are not justifying it, but what is your point? What are you trying to prove in this thing?
If you expose yourself, what are you trying to attract?
You're not attracting anything. Everybody is dressing how they want to dress, but it is you as a person that can say, this is how I want to look, and that's how I want people to address me. Do you get? But that does not mean that someone have the right to take advantage of you because they feel like, okay, I'm seeing this, then are you a goat? Like, why will you see something and your body is just doing it to go and there's no justification for rape, whether the person is even naked in front of you. Like as a human being, you know how to control yourself.
Okay,
If you don't control yourself, then you're a goat. You're not even supposed to be a human being.
The part of trying to having self-control. So having self-control is very important. Understand? But you as a lady, when you look at yourself at the mirror, it came out from your house. It's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe walking.
I'm not saying.
I'm coming now. No. What are you expecting? Are you expecting that? Come on now. Your blood they hot.
Allow me. See, I'm not saying that it's good to dress naked.
Okay.
But I'm still saying that like you cannot say someone raping someone. You cannot say that those two things together.
Or is rape also?
Have you not seen somebody that would dress fully like even the Santa Maria people that used to wear big gowns? There are still men that still rape them. Like I've heard of a situation whereby like some girls now, like maybe I've been asking this girl out and she doesn't want. Do you get? And she doesn't want. Then because you want to get back at the girl, men will still rape you.
No man.
So you cannot say because the person is naked. Then
okay. Now I heard you, and I'm not trying to argue that. Like I said, firstly, there is no way I would justify rape because it's bad. It's bad. It's not justifiable. But what I'm just trying to make as my point is this. Following what you think is trending, be careful of what you join in name of all of them are trending. There was this time there was this artist that sang, I've forgotten the name, but Alcohol, when that music came out newly.
Okay.
That's
Joe Boy. Okay.
Because it was trending, and most people do that just to get followers.
True.
To get apart from what did they get? Money.
Popular.
That might get be popular.
True.
Now, someone sang a song and sang about alcohol. You go to carry all it and they told the pop for your head.
Because they see other people doing it. They are following the trend.
That is the problem. You are following the trend. Not everything that you should follow. But some trend go blind your eye.
Okay, so that's just the thing. Not every trend is for you.
Some trend go blind your eye.
Okay, so talking about these trends now, and they want to follow and not to follow. WHE, what do you think are some of these challenges that you will face? Maybe as a believer now with these social cultural trends, what are the challenges you will face with them?
Okay, for me, I feel pressure to conform. The pressure is much in society. The pressure is too much. Most times, you don't want to do them, but the flesh wants to, but the spirit that you have to battle. Sometimes when you're seeing this thing, you see them trending and you want to, deep down you want to, but you just have to battle. Says, this is not what
I want.
Exactly.
Yes.
Battle against the spirit and the flesh.
That's personal conflict.
You know what normally say is the greatest enemy we have as a human being is the flesh. In your mind, you'll be like, I don't want to do this. It's not the proper thing to do. But the flesh, flesh no get control unless you want to control it.
Exactly.
Most people act on impulse, and most times if you act on impulse, it might take you down to a hole that before you come up from it will take time. So being careful and watchful is very, in fact, training your body and your flesh and your soul. In fact, train everything trainable to be stronger to overcome such. Else,
that personal conflict, sometimes you just stay and just be thinking, trying to differentiate, to know the things that you can actually do and things you cannot be. You will send that boundaries.
Yes, okay.
Can I do this? And sometimes it's hard to know what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to do. So that is because sometimes people see Christians and believers as hypocrites. Do you get? Because some people actually they're acting like they're doing those things. Yes. So sometimes you have to sit back and go back to the word to be able to word of God to be able to know which one, and it's actually very hard to. This personal conflict is very hard. So I feel personal conflict and that pressure too.
You sound like you disagree with something.
No, I'm not. No, there's this thing that I might say in Igbo. Actually, okay, so don't go to one meeting.
Okay. Please tell us the meaning for our viewers at home.
Yeah, for our viewers at home.
Yes, please.
If you have someone who understands Igbo beside you, ask the person to explain for you. But if you don't, this is an adage. Now, let me tell you. I said, okay, so don't go to one meeting. Okay. Now, if I speak it in English, it might sound funny. But listen
What's
to
it
the
mean?
English. You see, let me just speak more of an explanation. If a rat and a lizard are out on the, under the rain, after the rain beats them, there's every tendency that the rain might dry the rat, but not the lizard. What am I trying to say? Not because others are doing,
You go.
you want to do.
Okay.
Because you know, you don't know who is who.
Yeah.
Person you are trying to no, but this person way done. Someone like this did it. Why won't I do it? And you join in the trend and you did.
You become unfortunate.
When the art very
And
important.
that's why they call us hypocrites.
When the outcome
They call
falls
the
out,
believers hypocrite because most times you preach something and you are not actually
that one choke
acting what you are preaching.
So
You are not
sometimes
acting like
what
that.
even make some of these believers do these things is because it's always in our faces. Like, I can't help it. You come online, you see it.
Hard to
Like,
resist.
this is the first thing you see. Like, the challenge. What did you call it again? We listen, we do not. We listen,
I
we
judge
don't.
you, but I'm not set out.
I think that it's actually very popular right now. Like, almost everybody is doing it. And the way it started is not even the way it's been. It's getting worse. People are saying worse things. It's
And
getting worse.
But some of those things they're saying is not true.
There are some that I watch and I don't even
These are
believe. I'm like, is
weird
this
of
content? Are they acting?
Like,
Even if you act.
okay, in every atom of fly, there's the truth. I
So,
don't believe all
I
those
think
things are like
social
just for
media.
fun.
Social media is like the main factor that promotes trend. Even dressings. Most of these dressings are celebrities. It's social media that promotes it.
True.
And that's how we get to see it and then we want to try it for ourselves. Okay. So now what I would like to ask is, how do you think believers should approach these social trends? As a believer, how do you think you should approach it? How should we manage or handle them?
I would say there is this statement that I know, being in the world and not of the world. So you cannot just do every single thing that you see. Setting boundaries.
Okay.
You cannot just because everybody is doing it. Everybody in the world, everybody around you, environment, then you want to join the crowd and say yes, so that people will not be like, you are left out though. You don't know what's up.
This one a Jew guy.
So this one a Jew guy. Or this one
Yeah.
jolly just come.
You
stuff like
understand?
that. So
Okay.
you don't have to follow every trend. It's not everything that you have to do. Just do what you feel like within you. Your conscience will be clear after you have done it. Like, it's not after doing something then. Sometimes when you don't do something within you know that this thing I did,
It's not me. I
it's not me. I
have.
shouldn't have done this. Like, before you act, before you do anything, just calm down and think. That's why I will always say again, go back to the words. Seek knowledge. You'll be there. You'll be directed on how to live your life.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. If you equal now, this is it's like doing this thing that you just said now. It's not easy. Nah. Why I say it's not easy is
Being a
because
believer is not easy. So what are you expecting?
What is easy in this life?
What's it?
actually even being alive is not easy self.
Okay,
By the glory
exactly.
of God. What if on keep Kita, this particular one, okay, this particular one. Why I'm stepping my foot on that is because being a believer, especially I'm a Catholic, and especially we Catholics, I'm not trying to call out anybody, but I'm just referring to myself. You know, we normally go for confession. I think I phone mad. You see somebody, person will be like, don't worry, I can make this thing, let me do it, let I go for confession. And that particular thing have been bringing some believers down because they believe at the end of the day.
God will forgive them.
God don't suffer, sure.
God is a merciful God. Thank God you are not the one.
Hey! Azwaka, uche gadia.
Okay.
Yeah, God is a merciful God, but in after He's a merciful God, your sins will still be atoned for. Yeah, we normally go for confession and we are absolved from our sin. But after going for that confession, you still go back to that trend. Because some of the believers now believe, I don't want to do this, but okay, Chukwu have done, Kechi have done, Ella have done, MJ have done.
You have to do.
Okay, I have to do. Okay, Nede. My boy, I have enough Sibo.
Okay.
When I have to now, you not join
It's
and
normal
do.
now.
Now, hoping that now you have the behind you. Now, let her go for confession.
It's normal now.
It's normal because that's what the world believe it to be normal. But
Like
that,
you see something terrible, people be like,
but
why are you surprised?
another
Like
thing
it's
is that,
normal now.
such trends.
This is 2024.
So people
Like
take
stuff like that.
popularity as like people take things that are popular as being right. Like what do they call it? Safety in numbers. Since the majority are doing
Yes.
it, people now feel
It's
it's
normal.
right.
Now, the issue never when I be said. The problem is that I'm coming to this trend of a thing. Not all trends are bad.
Yes, of
Like,
course.
Kezebo after all, Yahweh, Sabah, when that music came out, before I even learned about what the music was trying to say. But I think that's a Christian music.
Yes, it is.
No, that church about them, madam.
And it's famous on TikTok.
Ichi blue.
I think that's why I heard it
Okay,
first.
Ichi blue TikTok, Jake made your way Sabah. This Sabah was to blow my pattern. You go blow like you go blow like tire when no good.
Actually, that's why I heard it first. I didn't even know what they were saying. I didn't know the word. There's nothing I've not said. It was eventually, and I found out it was actually a Christian word. Like, it's actually Yahweh they're talking about. So that's the thing. That's how I got to know it. It was through videos, someone reposted and all. So it's true. The same way we get to see the negative things online, the same way those negative things get to trend, positive things also trend. There are good things that also trend. I mean, there are some doctors that's like, I think there are some medical advices that I didn't know about, but I get to, like, one way or the other, the video starts trending. You know, all these doctors online. So I think at the end of the day, we can actually use it. You can use it for good or for bad. Like this technological aspect. Even though it's like, we say it's the main factor, this is what makes everything trend. Dressings, online, language, even the one you say you're not. It's very possible he heard it from a video, he watched it in a movie, and then people are now using it. You know, a lot of things. Like, there are many things that we just heard from a video once. Even this,
and it sounds
yes, this way of praising men, this Odogu Onyeji Cash. It was from a movie. Yes. It was from a movie, and they just acted it, and that was it. And then everybody started using it. So there are also good ones you can pick up. So I think as believers, we should just select. That's the thing. Just select according to your belief and your personal convictions.
According to your belief and personal conviction, meaning that whenever you are joining a trend, of course, if you call yourself a believer and want to do a trend and do the one that praises God, no problem. Because the first thing I heard that Yahweh was about Ogo, I was just enjoying the music. I didn't even know what the music was even saying. Just that I was on my own. I opened TikTok. The next thing I heard was Yahweh Sabbath. Aye. You don't sweet you. That is sweet as today bread. So I enjoyed it, but the trend and you see people doing it and going to for the ones I saw online, and nobody did such trend being naked. That is the one I feel. You know, since it's a Christian trend, they did it Christian. What's that English?
I think I've actually heard someone say she was just scrolling online and she came across that Yahweh Sabaoth that she started praying. Yeah, she posted it on her status. So I think it's actually possible. The same way it can influence us negatively, it can also influence us positively. So it's just for you to decide what you want, the trend you want to follow. So you don't follow the one that they say everybody they do bad thing. When I do my own, God go use me as example.
You collect. So you collect. Hey.
Okay, so I think the last thing we should now discuss about is, okay, you talked about balance. As believers, we should try to balance the desire to follow these trends and then the faith, our convictions to be faithful to our beliefs. Yes. So how do you now balance this? Because like Omenala said, okay, like you said the first time now, the flesh, that's our weakness. Yes. So it's not easy. So what do you think, how do you think we can balance it? How do you think we can manage it? Because, I mean, it's not easy now.
To manage such stuff, I believe it takes, you have to analyze, understand, not just because something came up online, come on, this person did it and he or she got 10,000 viewers. and more followers. And you don't think, oh, come on, it's the proper way, it's the proper thing to do. Analyze it and ascertain that, oh, this particular trend aligns with what I believe. Why is the statement what I believe or what you believe? Because we all don't believe in the same thing. Okay? Not everybody that calls Jesus believe in Jesus. Can I go one years old? Not everybody that shout in Jesus' name that believes in God.
Maybe it's actually a trend they are following too.
I'm not coming now. Jesus is fake trend.
No, but Jesus is a main trend. Now, what are you saying?
I'm not coming.
Jesus trended too. Now he's still trending.
No, this is Jesus' trend. The trend be like third fair. You know the end.
Yes, now so Jesus is trending too.
So
let's follow that trend.
Analyzing the trend that you want to join, if it aligns with your belief, is an important factor. So that's because what aligns to believe might not align with mine. But as a believer, if you don't get sense, you get the sense now. If you go and buy sense in the market,
it's what they're selling.
Oh, that means my own are finished. You have some.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that there are actually some of these trends that people engage in without even knowing the meaning. Maybe you just see something. Okay, maybe the trend now, like I said, like this Yahweh Sabaoth, from the beginning, I didn't know what they were saying. So it's possible to just tag along and you don't even know what the trend means. Or you don't know maybe the words, or let's say it's a video. And what they are saying is not even in English. But you just tag along. So by what you said now, it's important to be well informed about these things. So you'll be sure what you are doing, if it is going against what you believe in, or if it is following your beliefs. Right? That's what you mean, right?
Actually, yeah.
Okay, Darich, is there anything you want to add for us on that part?
Me, I just feel like sometimes it's hard. I'll keep saying it's very hard. But we just have to understand that at the end of the day, we have somewhere we are going to. And we should just keep in track, because after enjoying yourself, what next?
Deep.
The person when you are going to, maybe that, or not the aim for heaven.
As a believer, where do you want to go to?
Okay, not everybody call themselves believer. Not everybody call themselves believers.
No, you are not saying that's where you want to go somewhere and you work for it.
Maybe person want to go.
You cannot just be answering believer and you are not working for it.
Deep down, that her name is Believe, but she's not a believer.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not okay. I think believer. When you say believer, people believe in different things.
I like me. Oh, sorry, I don't want to do it now.
So it depends on what you believe in. So that's why at the end of the day, follow trends that follow your belief. So at least your conscience will be okay at the end of the day.
If you're a traditionalist, you follow your belief.
I'm a Minala.
If you are for Jesus Christ, you follow what you know that if God was here now and ask you why did you do this, you can give answer for that. So just do what you know that yes, this is the race I'm running. So you just have to keep in track. You cannot just say I'm this, then you are doing the opposite. So if you want to be this, like as a religious person, you don't have to say this is. If anybody is not doing this, your own part, the person is a bad person. It's your conscience that says that yes. So you cannot come and say, you are this person, then automatically a bad person. No.
Because that's judging.
That you are judging. So at the end of the day, you just have to say, this is what I believe in. Then you should keep track. Stay in line with what you say.
There's something I want to throw out there. And that thing is, there are some people that will come out online and they will do things that people will say, okay, this person is a believer. This person is following the way of Christ. But behind closed doors, that person is not living the life he or she is portraying. And for me personally, I believe that the life you live should be able to align with what you portray, what you believe, what you make people see you to be. I know this might not fall into the trend of a thing, but I don't want to throw it out there. Because you might think that, come on, they have been seeing me as holy good girl, good boy. But behind closed doors, you are making a very big
very
mistake.
Terrible.
And forget it, some people will go extra miles to find out if you are actually practicing what you are teaching. And there's this place in the Bible that says, instead of one of my followers to go astray because of it, it's better that they tie a very big stone on your waist and throw into the deep sea.
Okay.
Now, this is just somehow leading someone astray.
Yeah, don't mislead people.
So if you are trying to say, or better still, or this can go both ways. So we come out and maybe do a bad trend and others will join. But inside, there might be this strong, prayerful
but you don't want to
people. But you don't want people to see you as a church-goer person. Because I have learned something that this believer or this Christ-like stuff, there's more to the eyes than what we see. Because most people don't actually, in fact, that's what some people normally say, see finish. There are some things about these believers that you will not see finish. Because you might see somebody, I've had an issue that you see somebody, maybe person be in a club, doing all sorts of things. You come down and say, is it this person I normally see in the club? He's a bad person. In fact, if I go to heaven and see this person in heaven, God do passion.
Yeah.
But there might be things that the person is doing. I'm not trying to justify anything though. But I think that the person is doing behind closed door that you are not seeing. And this just reminded me something. When we say trend, apart from social media trend and the ones I've earlier mentioned, helping people can also be a trend. Like there's this actor, what's his name? William Uchemba, if I'm not mistaken. There was some time ago when I was a student, I watched online when he was scouting for people that couldn't help themselves or that are so poor that he opened the foundations.
Yes,
exactly. Now, why can't such thing become a trend?
It is actually helping people is actually a trend. Those people that are carrying mic around.
Yes.
But the thing now is people are like, why are you putting camera on their faces?
That I think at the end of the day, people decide the trend they want to follow.
Exactly.
That is the
So
for me, that's a valuable trend that
I think
you can follow.
there are people that have actually set the bar high already. But obviously now it's not everybody's hand that will reach. People will still do the one that are easy for them to do.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that you should go and open a foundation. I'm not saying that. What I'm just saying is that instead of, like we talked about how can believers cope, you might not have, but even the woman in the Bible gave the last kobo he had. And out of the multitude that gave offering that day, the Lord said, out of all the multitude that gave offering, that this woman is the one that gave the most because of the mindset. There are people that these days they help people just to show on camera. That is also a trend for them.
So they will trend.
Now, for me, I don't like such things. I'm not that helping people is like, but are you helping that person just for people to say?
But you know that sometimes that camera also helps because imagine someone.
Depends on what you have in mind. See,
yes, it's all boils down to what you have in mind.
Those people that contribute for them to give out, they're actually giving. The only thing is, some of them don't even want them to say that I am doing that.
There's a difference.
So it's actually a trend.
I understand. But it's even that maybe I came across someone who couldn't help him or herself, and I said, okay, let me see what I can do. And maybe you make a video. Please, he or she couldn't help him or herself. Some people can just, come and... Now, most people do this trend just to... you position camera. So that most people have that initial mindset of making that just to blow.
For content.
And there's a bit in the Bible that says, your prize will come here on earth. Your prize will come here on earth if you have such mindset. But if you have a mindset of helping somebody, that means your prize awaits you
in heaven.
In Morocco.
Okay, so it all boils down to intentions. So, because anybody can do whatever they want to do for them to trend. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to have followers. And for that reason, people do a lot of things to trend. So as a believer, we should pick out the positive ones. I mean, we can trend for Jesus Christ. So we can make Jesus trend. So, okay, I think I've learned a lot today. We started from the types of trend or some of the things that trend. We talked about language and your mentor. We talked about dressing too. I think, okay, we first of all said technology is like the main thing that puts all these trends in our faces because of social media. Even when you are at home, you hold your phone and you see things, like you keep on seeing them continuously. You see one particular video, you see a pattern. Now, apart from that, there are also some things that even without social media, they are trending, like dressing. You can go out there and then you see this particular dress trending. Languages also trend. So, as believers, according to what we learned today, we should learn to pick the trends to follow. Not every trend is for you, because you have your convictions, we should learn to set boundaries. So out of these trends, which aligns with your faith? I mean, the same way we listen, we do not judge is trending. The same way suspect is the second one, suspect is doing this. So we can also make good things trend.
Suspect is hungry. We'll have
so if you feel there's like you want to do something popular, you can also do something for Christ and you go popular. So I think we should just learn to be able to differentiate what aligns to us and what is against our belief. At the end of the day, I think that's all it boils down to.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was nice having you people on set today. I think I've learned a lot, and I believe that your mentor will also learn to correct his way.
Mentor, please, if you see this thing,
Ogun
will not kill me.
So let's at least maybe he will pick a new one from today, a good one.
A good one.
Yes, a good one. At least a blessing that is famous.
Let's you hear it, Shay won't mad. But that my mentor said, we talk so many things.
No, he will change. He will change at least from today. So, okay, so I'm sure you are at home, you have something also that you picked up from a video online, or you picked up from one social media or the other, or even from a movie. So I think let's do this thing of making the good things trend. So instead of having the negative trends, let's pick up positive things and make it trend. I mean, some of us are TikTokers, like my friend MJ is a very famous TikToker. Yeah. So, like, you can go online now and you drop one very, something that is positive, something that aligns to your belief, something that will teach people good things, and we make it trend. And I think people will follow too. Because I mean, like the video you're always about, So let's learn to make those good things trend. You can come to the comment section and tell us, like, we can begin a trend with this. I mean, a good trend. So from today now, I guess as you're going online, as you're seeing those things, you will learn to know that there are some trends that are for you and there are some that are not for you. It's not every trend you jump on. So Jesus will not make an example of you. Thank you for joining us today. So as we come to the end of this show, we have a little something for our speakers. A little something. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Jude. And thank you, MJ. It was nice having you on set today. Thank you, beautiful viewer at home. I hope you were able to pick one or two from today's episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and share our videos. And you can also drop some of these trends that you know. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Thank you for joining us today. And next time, we are still here. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.